Evening, everybody. So tonight I have a question. At what point do we stop playing games and get on down to business? Right? Time is too short in this life to play games. Now, I'm not talking about playing video games, right? Or playing board games. I'm talking about playing games with people's hearts. I'm talking about saying one thing and then doing another. I'm saying deception, lying to each other, treating each other like garbage, telling somebody you love them or that you care about them, and then flipping the script for no reason. It's become a real problem in society today. Everybody just wants to get hooked up in this hooked up, this hookup and this sleeping around dynamic. And for me, I don't get it. Honestly, I don't understand why you would just hook up with somebody and then walk away. I just don't understand that, where that even came from. Because with me, if there's somebody in my life, whether you're a friend, romantic, platonic, whatever, you carry the same importance to me as if you were somebody that I've known for 20 years. And that's how it should be. No games, no gimmicks, just standing on business. The way that God made it, the way that it came to be, however many years ago that it actually came to be. When you have somebody special in your life, it's about loving them, cherishing them, honoring them, respecting them, including them in your life. It's not about taking them for granted. It's not about using them for your own benefit. It's not about any of that. I'm going to go back to it again. I've run into a lot of scenarios lately. A lot. And I keep asking myself why I keep running into these situations. And obviously it's because, well, I was meant to help in some way. That's the brass tacks of it. So here I am. Because for me, I don't play these games that everybody else be playing out here. If we're having a conversation, I'm going to give you eye contact. Notice that I'm looking at my screen. I'm treating my screen as if you were sitting with me or standing with me someplace. That's how serious this is. Everybody will come on and they'll say this or they'll do that or whatever. But the brass tacks of it is, if there is somebody in your life, they should hold the same bearing you should have the same standards with that person as if that you've known them for 20 years. if you guys don't mix, cool. Close the door, walk away. Because everybody you meet, or everybody you know, or everybody in your life, they're not meant to be there for your whole life. Some of them just randomly walk away. But that's how life works. It's all about behavior. It's coming back to that, right? We're going back to the behavior. Actions of people. And as I'm learning this more and more, and as I'm dealing with more and more situations with people, I'm coming to understand the true human condition. And it's a very complex and interesting one. It seems like people would rather find a way instead of just letting things flow naturally. Problem somewhere. The human condition. We won't go down that rabbit hole just yet. It's on my list. But we're better than this, guys, gals. We know how this thing works, right? We know what being around people is. We know what behaving honorably and ethically around people is. We've been doing it for thousands of years. It hasn't changed. The only thing that's changed is the dynamic. The only thing that's changed is the way we dress, how we come off, the way we talk, how we dance, how we sing. The concept still remains the same. That's the sad truth of it. So my question to you also comes out as, when do we make that change? And who's going to be the first person that just says, you know what? No more. Because that's what it takes to start something different. Is it takes one person to draw that line in the sand, stab that sword, and stand there. And the next thing you know, someone comes along and you pass the sword along, right? And they draw a line and stab their sword and stand there. Next thing you know, someone else will come along and they draw that line and they stab the sword and they stand there, right? And before you know it, you have enough people standing there that have drawn that line. And they said it's time for change. All because one person stepped up and said, it's time for change. But, my good folks, hope you're all doing well. Hope you're having a great night. Lots of love. Until next time.